uncover the mysteries of a lost civilization known as Dilmun. Journey into the depths of history as we explore the enigmatic ruins and forgotten stories of this ancient civilization. From its origins in the heart of the Arabian Peninsula to its intriguing connections with legendary figures and myths, this civilization has captivated scholars for centuries. Join us as we delve into the secrets of Dilmun and shed light on a forgotten chapter of our past. Don't miss this fascinating exploration of an extraordinary civilization that once thrived on our planet. Subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for the full video. Everyone knows about some ancient civilizations, whether from world history classes in high school, popular books or movies, or television specials. Ancient Rome, ancient Greece, all of these are repeatedly covered in our books, magazines, and TV shows. However, there are so many interesting, lesser-known civilizations that have completely disappeared. Today we are talking about a vanished and forgotten civilization with the peculiar name Dilmun. For centuries, it has been a subject of intrigue and speculation. The true nature of the ruins or sites discovered in Bahrain only became known on October 26. It was described as a place where the sun rises and the earth lives. This civilization was located in the eastern part of the Arabian Peninsula, and was one of the oldest civilizations in the world, predating March 21 by 1,000 years. Similar sites exist in Austria, but an expedition discovered a connection between Dilmun and the lost empire that many believed existed only in myths. With the support of King Solomon bin Hamad al-Khalifa and his offer of £3,000, excavations began in 1953. Previous archaeological excavations were conducted in 1906 and then on a larger scale in 1920. However, more was found than just stone chambers within the mounds. The conclusion was that Bahrain was an uninhabited land at that time and served solely as a vast burial ground for the Arabian mainland tribes. Another theory suggested that the chambers were built by the Phoenicians from the eastern Mediterranean, while some local Arabs claimed they were the graves of Portuguese colonial conquerors who built a massive fortress in the 16th century. Everyone was mistaken. Bahrain was the heart of an ancient maritime empire whose name was lost, until the first translation of 4,000-year-old Sumerian clay tablets in 1850. According to cuneiform script, Dilmun is described in poetry. In Zeman, no raven cries, nor does an evil bird foretell misfortune. The main killer is not a wolf grabbing a helpless lamb. The dark priest of death does not walk here, by the wall, and finds Dilmun. There is no reason for lamentation. This paradise on earth is sometimes compared to the biblical Garden of Eden described in the Epic of Gilgamesh, the report of a legendary hero believed to have been written 4,000 years ago and preserved in a series of 12 clay tablets from the 7th century BCE, discovered in modern-day Iraq. Part of the poem talks about how Gilgamesh travels to that island to obtain the secret of eternal life, spared from the great flood sent by Enki, the Sumerian god of water and creation. Despite these and several other references, there was no reason to believe that Dilmun actually existed. Danish archaeologists discovered evidence of a culture with several graves containing clay vessels with snake skeletons wrapped inside. Dead snakes, of course, provided no protection to the people living in these tombs, but their discovery and the connection that can be established with Bahrain, lost and then found, can now be seen as a kind of immortality. Despite its long history and significance, very little is known about the Abilo-Mam civilization. It is considered one of the greatest mysteries in history. It was mentioned in relation to many other civilizations either as a trading partner or as a source of valuable goods. Numerous sources can give us some idea of what was traded in those days. Some of the goods sent to Mesopotamia included precious wood, ivory, gold, and pearls from the Arabian Gulf. In exchange, traders brought back silver, tin, textiles, olive oil, and grains. In addition to that, the merchants of Abilo-Mam had a monopoly on copper trade. Copper was brought from the mines of Oman and shipped to Mesopotamian cities. Historians can determine which civilizations had a history of trade by looking at the types of weights and measures used. If at some point they used the same measures, then they had a history of trade. Abilo-Mam had a long history of trade with Mesopotamia and the Indus Valley. In a daily Sumerian text, it is described as a blessed land of prosperity and spacious dwellings. The text also states that all lands known to the Sumerians brought their goods to Abilo-Mam. We know that the people of Abilo-Mam believed in an afterlife and buried their dead with possessions such as weapons, food, drinking vessels, and gold. This is similar to the way the pharaohs buried their dead, which tells us that they believed the dead would one day rise again. These ruins comprise two main areas, a residential area and a cemetery where the inhabitants buried their dead. The city naturally grew around a freshwater source, which is evidenced by a complex well system. This was one of the main reasons for the creation of a great civilization in that area. Furthermore, all the components of a modern city are present at the site. In the residential area, there are restaurants and religious buildings. People are particularly fascinated by the ancient cemetery near the city. The intricate designs and sophistication with which it was built are very intriguing. The city was clean, and those assigned to cleanliness were responsible for maintaining it. Music was an important part of their lives. The land was clean, and the people assigned to cleanliness were responsible for maintaining it. They lived without any eye disease or headaches. No old woman belonging to that place said, "I am an old woman." No old man belonging to that place said, "I am an old man." We live in a modern society that is increasingly distancing itself from its past, from its roots. We live in a society that forgets its ancestors in every possible way and tries to erase any connection with them. Everything is changing, that's clear, but it's important that in these changes, we don't forget the traces and stories of civilizations that once walked our planet. If you want us to continue exploring other unknown civilizations, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell to get updates on every new video on the channel. Thank you for your attention.